I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay. Well, no.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
IRONWORX because it's where everybody knows your name, and they're always glad you came.
I love IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack. It's like sitting in your front room having a cosy chat with your best friends.
Hi, it's Diva here, and I just want you to know that IRONWORX with Josh, Walt and Zack, it's definitely my favourite dose of reality. Come join the family and keep it flat.
Why sleep in when you could get your dose of iron in the morning? Listen to the IRONWORX.
This is Enlightened Dawn. Roses are red, violets are blue. IRONrealmmedia is the best on the plane. To this show, I will forever be true. You guys are truly the best, and I love you guys. I'm so thankful to have you in my life.
Do you like listening to space letters from Never a Straight Answer? Then tune in to the IRONWORX with Zack, Walter, and Josh. Break clear of the fear on the IRONWORX and become an Iron Scout.
Good morning. It's a beautiful day.
Wake up, it's a brand new day.
Good morning. I'm here. Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up!
Wake up.
Wake up!
Wake up!
What is dark matter?
Okay, we don't know.
That's great. That's why it's called dark.
It's exactly.
Everyone knows all reputable information comes from random people on the internet. Tell me things, internet. The earth is flat. It's like school in your hand.
Okay, dark matter is something we do not know what it is. We believe the dark matter is there, but we have never detected it. Well, what I'm afraid of course, is that there is no dark matter out there.
There was one?
There is no dark matter out there. We need to think really hard, to think really hard.
Oh, TGIW. Happy Wednesday. Looks like we made it to hump day. Halfway through the week. Drying out around here. Got a little stormy over the last couple days. Had a couple trees fall. Well, not trees, but branches, I reckon. One fell on my son's car. No damage, no issues, and it was his extra car that he's got sitting in the driveway that doesn't run, doesn't drive, got flat tires. I've been trying to get him to get hauled out of here, so hopefully this will encourage him to get it moved. Other than that, it's quiet as hell around here. Good morning, gentlemen. How are you doing?
Morning.
Howdy ho.
Oh, doing all right. Expecting more rain today.
Yep. Our rain's
Got
still
rained
coming.
out yesterday. Yeah, ours is supposed to stop by like 10 o'clock maybe. We'll see.
Well, at least now it's not doing
Yeah,
it
I
all
got
weekend. Here.
Huh?
I would say at least it's not going to do it all weekend here like it was. Now it starts Thursday morning and be over by Friday evening. It was going to be through Sunday, so apparently it's shifting around. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I was
Went and picked up one of the guys. Was headed to the job. Got about halfway there and got a call. Hey, job's canceled. Shit. Okay. Went and dropped that guy off. Went home. Sat there for like 10 minutes. Manager sends me a message. Hey, you want to go work in Piedmont? Piedmont's like an hour drive. But they needed somebody. I was like, yeah, I'll do it. Get out there and like I usually leave early and avoid all the traffic between Greenville and Spartanburg. Well, yeah, now I couldn't. So it took me on back roads. It was like a 58-minute trip. I was 3 minutes away, and I get another message. Hey, that's job's canceled.
Fuck.
I got 2 hours pay for it, though.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, never had to put a sign out or nothing. So I was like, okay, I could do that. But yeah.
3 minutes.
Working in Greenville this morning with a cruise that only do 8 hours, though. So I'll be home early today.
Provided they don't rain you out.
Yeah. And these guys usually do like 20 minutes of work and then sit in the parking lot the rest of the day. So I'm hoping we just get to sit around for most of the day and get this done. Get our hours in at least. 22 Buddhist monks arrested at airport after record drug bust.
Whoa.
242 pounds of powerful cannabis, officials said. They were trying to bring in from Thailand.
How? How in the hell are you going to smuggle 220 pounds worth of weed at the airport?
Yeah.
I'm picturing like Weekend at Bernie's.
Yeah, don't they just usually have like their robes on and shit? Each carried about 5 kilos of the narcotic concealed within false walls in their luggage. Monks like to party, dude. Well, no, I bet it was a medicinal.
Well, those monasteries don't.
And they were in Sri Lanka.
Monasteries can't keep their lights on by
Formerly
themselves.
Sri Lanka.
Last May, a 21-year-old British woman was arrested with 101 pounds at the same airport. Jeez, oh, Pete.
Sounds to me like you're just being greedy. Now, I can understand if you want to take out a tampon out of the wrapper, pull it out, and slide in 3 or 4 joints, and then put it back in the wrapper and take a little lighter and try to seal that back up. Because you're not likely to check for 3 or 4 joints inside a tampon that looks brand new. But you can't come in with a suitcase that weighs like 95 pounds. Nobody's going to believe that shit. Well, we've emptied your suitcase, sir, and it still seems like you're about 40 pounds heavy. I don't know. That's really weird. Jesus, you're in America. Just go to the local corner store and fucking buy yourself an ounce of weed. Although,
with this new,
I was just going to say that maybe they don't smoke as much weed as I do, and that might not all be personal.
With AI now, people need to have a little more discernment. There's all these crazy videos out there of people doing like superhuman type thing, running on water, right? Faster than a boat chasing this chick. And this guy's like, look, people are starting to activate their powers. Well, it's like, for one, it's as grainy as fuck looking. When was this film? 1991? And two, dude, there's AI. You cannot believe anything you see on a video. Unless you took the video, then you know that it's real or whatnot. You can't see some video on the internet and be like, oh my God, look at what we're doing. This is amazing. Come on.
Yeah.
Just a little discernment.
No.
No.
I wouldn't believe this wolf rescued this bunny rabbit out of a hole and brought it to me, and it has 3 different colored coats as I've watched the video happen, but no, it's real. Was an early one. I was going, are you kidding, people? Come on. Anyway, I've quit watching videos pretty much. Except for that new cat video I sent y'all. That shit jams. If you didn't check that out in our chat over here in the IRONWORX link, go watch Frugget, I think the name is. I wish we could play it. It's so badass, but we can't. But yeah, it's really jamming and really entertaining all the way around. And I still don't know the history of it or where it came from yet. I don't want to spoil all that. I'm still enjoying the newness of it. I'll dig deep later and find out who it really is and how it came to be what it is now. But it's jamming. Trying to get it so I can drop it for y'all in the chat here. There it is. I need them biscuits. There you go. But yeah, I've quit. Anything like when she sends me something, usually on YouTube to read or somebody's idiot post or whatever, there's always something immediately under it with other videos playing or reels or whatever they call them over there. And by the first one, when it just plays, I don't have to hear the audio, I just see what's happening on the video. I'm going like, oh, come on, man. Come on, y'all. Really? Are we really doing this? Are we really going to flood the whole world with bullshit so there's no telling nothing apart anymore?
Come on, man.
Right. Right.
Bro. So now they've named chemtrails, high altitude aerosol dispersion. They're naming it a type of cloud. It's a man-made cloud.
Aren't they all? Aren't they all?
Cirrus homogenitus.
Never mind.
The internal cloud atlas, which classifies clouds, has a category just for them. And they're saying that these are all just contrails.
Familiar.
They're just contrails, people. Yeah,
Didn't they do something similar to this, like early on in our adventures here at IronRealmmedia, Josh? Don't I remember something like while I was in an Oregon visit about a story coming out where they named chemtrails as a type of cloud?
I thought they had named chemtrails as a type of cloud a while ago. Like,
well, that's what I'm
pre-flat Earth.
2016. Oh, that long?
Yeah, I think so.
I remember it during our adventures early on. Like I said, I remember going, oh my God, it's all going to come out finally. And then we met you met the Facebookers and all that with their weather control and shit. And
their mission patches.
Yeah. Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah, for some reason I feel like that's old. Like pre-flat Earth. Like, even early 2000s. Like when I was like getting into chemtrails, it seems like they had a scientific name. They'd already named what the man-made chemtrails were. Seems like we had enough cirrus clouds, though. Like, is there really a need for that many? For real? Why so serious?
What I don't get is how come, like some days you don't see any of these things. Are there no planes flying on these days? Is that what you're saying? Because I see the planes flying.
Now,
are they not real?
Here's the issue.
They just
contrails are the issue. Because contrails will, it just makes sort of common sense. Depending on the altitude and depending on the humidity and depending on the temperature, it's really going to affect how long those contrails can stay in the sky. Now, it doesn't make any sense to me to say, well, there's no such thing as a persistent contrail. Well, why not? Why couldn't there be a persistent contrail? Some contrails are going to dissipate almost immediately and look like the plane leaves nothing behind. That makes sense to me, too. Or along that spectrum, there's going to be varying lengths of how long that contrail is going to stay in the sky. Totally get that.
Wouldn't this also happen before 1994? If that were the case?
Yeah, but
if it's just
I don't know that it
planes,
didn't.
Wouldn't it have always done this?
Do we know that it didn't?
Not just. Well, yeah, I distinctly remember seeing my first contrail, and I lived near Chicagoland and watched planes fly overhead all the time.
Oh.
It was 18 seconds.
So then what you're saying is they're all chemtrails, and that no jet would ever create a contrail because you didn't see any before 94, but not before 94.
About 18 seconds. It's a little white line, maybe two of them, that follow behind the plane and disappear under 20 seconds. You hold your thumb up, you watch the plane go by, you count, and once that white line's gone past your thumb, about 18 seconds, like clockwork, almost all of them. I used to sit here and count. Like I said, I watched the sky a lot when I was young. And the fact that they started high altitude aerosol dispersion from planes in November of 1993, well, it kind of adds up. They started doing it in 1993 in November. And in 1994, I started seeing them. I remember asking my mom, what is that? Why is that plane okay? Why is that white line not disappearing from behind that plane?
And I bet you she was shocked.
All the others have before this.
I'm sure she was just as taken aback, having seen a lot more planes in the sky than you had up to that point.
No, not at all. She was like, oh, I don't know.
Well, while I, like you, definitely remember seeing them prior to the flat Earth, for sure. I remember, posting about it probably early on when I still didn't hate Facebook yet. And talking about it with, the people I knew that would talk about such things. But I know I didn't burn out all my good memories. The Cloud Atlas added contrails, sometimes misidentified as chemtrails, as an official special cloud in 2017. The World Meteorological Organization released the updated International Cloud Atlas on March 23rd, 2017, and it included homogeneous, or whatever the fuck they want to call it, clouds formed by human activity, including aircraft condensation, trail. So you may have seen something prior to that, but I remember this happening and being like, what the fuck? Because I was already, like you, deep into the chemtrail world by that point. While Flat Earth was quite fresh and new and crispy.
I guess it could have been then, given the fact that that's damn near a decade ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
But I feel like it was prior to that. But it might be wrong.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just make sure I shared that, but I've already done it again before I realized it. So.
What the hell else has been going on? Anything?
I mean, you know, some of this, some of that, some of the other. Let's see, I did drop something. Man, where is it? Excuse me.
Some crazy videos about Trump initiating some insurrectionist act. You guys heard anything about that?
Oh shit, here they come.
Sounds
No,
maybe vaguely familiar. There's something
after that last shooting attempt. So according to Wikipedia, it's a federal law that empowers the president to nationally deploy the armed forces and to federalize the National Guard units of the individual states in specific circumstances, such as the suppression of civil disorder or insurrection and of armed rebellion against the federal government. And this was after that last shooting thingy mabobber. But I'm not seeing anything about it's what is the insurrection app and could Trump use it? I think he said something about the Insurrection Act. He didn't sign anything or anything like that, but I believe those words came out of his mouth, or maybe he put it out on one of his Truth Social things or something like that. And people were getting all, well, and rightfully so, when the president starts saying, oh yeah, I'm going to start using the military on you people. Did you see the video of that guy running past Secret Service?
No, I didn't see the actual video. Maybe I did, because there was something that really reminded me. I think I'd mentioned this a couple weeks ago about this kind of new trend that's been going on. I watched one not just too terribly long ago, where you get a big old group of people and you just strong arm your way into the Scientology temple, and you take your phone and you just run and see how far in you can get to the building of Scientology before their security tackles you and drags you out. They get like little waypoints so they know where the record is, and they get a little route going, so you got to go in and find the stairs and get upstairs. I mean, it's a whole fucking thing. And I forget where I was going. Oh, that's right. It was the new shooter. That's what it reminded me of. Like he'd practiced a couple times in the Scientology building before he made his way up to the White House Correspondents' Dinner.
Was he yelling, "Help me, Tom Cruise"?
Just opening up closet doors.
Oh man. I was thinking about it last night. For some reason, I was thinking about, good actors, this and that. And I was wondering, has Tom Cruise ever really had to act recently? All these action movies and this and that and whatnot. Remember that movie Minority Report?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
When he's sitting there watching those videos of his son. Just not a bad actor. I was wondering how long he had to sit there to start crying like that. But yeah, he's done some pretty good roles. You know who's one of my favorite? Dustin Hoffman.
All Tom had to do was think about all those poor Thetans that got cast down into that volcano, as he knew, and he gets all teared up. Don't you worry. Look at Dawn up early. What's going on? Something's happening. What is happening on a hump day?
There's people in the house. Yeah, I heard a little commotion out in the living room when I got up about 4:30. I'm usually the only person ever up. Went to go grab Uncle Smith and Uncle Wesson, and they weren't there where they usually are. That was a weird, like last time I went shooting, I forgot to put it back where I keep it. I just had it up in my closet sitting there for a second while I was arranging other stuff, and I just left it sitting there. That is a horrible feeling.
Yeah, I bet.
To reach for your gun and it not be where it should be. Yeah, it did not feel good at all. But I found it. They're already.
Glad to hear your uncles made it out okay.
Supposed to go shooting this weekend, but if we get a rain out today, I'm probably going to work Saturday. Maybe Sunday too. We'll see. Oh man. We gotta get dressed. Walking in Greenville today.
Oh, well, I saved this story for when you were here. But if you're about to get dressed, I'll save it again.
No, go ahead.
Well, it's visual more than anything.
I got a couple minutes.
I'll throw it up here real quick. So these are 17 bold, futuristic car designs that never quite made it to production. Anytime I see such stories, immediately I think of you and Musk. So apparently this first one is quite humorous looking. This was the Alfa Romeo 4060 HP Aerodynamica by Castagna, built in 1914. First car to trade tradition for a teardrop shape inspired by airships. Hello. Its aluminum skin helped it slice through the air at a then staggering 93 miles an hour. 1914, that's pretty crazy. Second one here would be the Ford Gyron, which was Alex Tremulous, I guess, for Ford in 1961. It's a two-wheeled car, gyroscopically stabilized. No steering wheel. It had a central control dial, allowing either passenger to take command from within its stunning bubble canopy. Not a very great picture of the two wheels, though. That's all we got. Just one and a shadow of another. Alfa Romeo apparently was on board, though. Future. In 1953, this is the Bat. Man, why they didn't make that the Batmobile? That would have been dead on. It's a legendary triptych of concept cars designed by Scaglione, Franco Scaglione. Based on the Alfa Romeo 1900, they were not just styling exercises, but high-level aerodynamic studies. Look at that back. That's crazy.
It's quite crazy. What year was that?
That was 53 to 55. These were made. I like that blue sheen, that one in the middle there. The OSI Silver Fox, 1967. Good year there. Also known as the Bisiluro or Twin Torpedo, it's a Radical 67 Italian racing prototype designed by Sergio Sartorelli. Man, I'm going to murder all these names from Italy. That's great too. I like the little hang 10 or whatever on the, or is that a duck? What is that? I don't know. That's another interesting, looks like something the Addams family would have drove around in, I guess because it's in black and white. The 1939 Schlorwagen, nicknamed the Gottingen Egg. It had an airplane wing profile to achieve a drag coefficient of 0.1867, a level of efficiency that still beats most modern supercars. The Ford Atmos, or I'm sorry, the Ford FX Atmos in 1954. Another dual joystick steering car with radar antennas instead of headlights. This was the future in the 50s. I love old future stuff. I remember this one really well because I was a big fan of putting that model together. I know I put at least one snap tight one and one glue. Well, okay, I put a one snap tight one together and then I started assembling one with glue. I hated glue. Even when you can sniff it. Anyway, too soon? This was designed by Ed Newton in 1978, brought to life by Dan Woods and the Egyptian Don Boeck, I guess. The hand-formed fiberglass body, dual bubble canopies, and a fuel tank literally sourced from a NASA Atlas Agena rocket. That's a GTA array of fucking exhaust if I've ever seen one. I remember this in some show. What would it have been? The Winfield reactor is 1969. Hand-built aluminum show car. Originally commissioned as the Autorama Special, it became one of the most recognizable vehicles in the 60s due to its frequent acting roles in major television series. Yeah, that looks like something out of like The Avengers or Doctor Who or something like that. There's the Toreador, Zack. And look at it. That's it. I mean, that's basically it. Crazy. The Vauxhall SRV. What? Stevie Ray Vaughan? By Wayne Cherry of Vauxhall in 1970. A masterclass in packaging, managed to fit 4 adult seats into a mid-engine body just 41 inches high. It looks like a two-seater, but hides a practical secret. There's the Fuji cabin, 1956.
It comes with homing missiles and machine gun.
Well, unfortunately, those are extra. You got to save up your money to get those later. So the Fuji cabin is a rare three-wheeled microcar. Looks like Mr. Bean's ride. It was envisioned as an economical, weather-protected alternative to the motorcycles then dominating Japanese roads. This is the L'Oeuf Electrique, 1942. French industrial designer Paul Arzens, created during the German occupation of Paris when fuel was strictly rationed. This bubble car was Arzens' personal urban runabout. That's crazy. Combined his background as a classically trained artist with his engineering ingenuity.
It's a side-by-side. Woo, he made a side-by-side. You can go to any neighborhood around here within like 5 miles and see like 3 of them driving down the sidewalk.
That's what's up. I remember this one too. The Bond Bug 750 ES. The final high-performance evolution of the iconic British three-wheeled microcar. When the Bond Bug originally launched in 1970. Blah, blah, blah. Anyway. General Motors Firebird 3 by Harley Earl for General Motors. 7 fins, no less. And a Whirlfire gas turbine engine. It was a literal jet for the highway, featuring a single joystick. Man, it's fun driving with a joystick. I don't think so.
Why only 7 fins? Why not like 40?
Well, they were probably going to get to that point if they'd went into production.
The Firebird
that would have been the 1984 version. I think this is the last one. Oh, no, there's a few more. I thought it was 14. I guess I misread it. This would be the Davis Devon, 1947, three-wheeled bullet car designed to bring aircraft aerodynamics into the driveway.
If you fly a Cessna.
This is nuts. This Ford GT80, 1978, radical concept. Built as a Le Mans car for the road, it was a direct aerodynamic evolution of the legendary Ford GT40. Biomorphic curves, aircraft-inspired technology. That also looks like some car we would get in GTA. I think there's a Mystery Science Theater video about cars that has this car in it. It just, for some reason, feels like that. This Lincoln Futura, 1955. Hand-built by Carrozzeria Gaia in Turin, Italy. Staggering cost of $250,000, roughly $3 million in today's money. Let me tell you about a little Cybertruck they made later.
There you go. I think that's it.
There it is.
Or at least the front half.
AMC, baby. They took that and designed the Gremlin. Yeah, the Gremlin. At least they got on the road. The Gremlin did. The Amatron was a 67 electric concept car developed by AMC decades ahead of its time. It debuted as a vision for urban commuting. Featuring a wedge shape that many modern observers, I'm looking at Josh, compared to a miniature Tesla Cybertruck.
So
can't even write it.
I don't think it'd even be that hard to start up AMC again.
Why is that?
Well, if you're building little cars like that, and classic little AMC cars like AMC's been known for, I can't imagine it'd be that hard to be successful. Like, modernize it a little bit, but give them a straight 6 with 3 on the tree. Something that's not going to use a lot of gas. I'm sure they can. I can't imagine. Lean into the American on the American Motor Company. I bet you could totally revive that. classic and economical? I bet you. Well, along the lines of the semi companies that are making pickup trucks, right? You just make it real fucking basic. Knobs for windows that you actually have to grab a hold of and turn in either a clockwise or counterclockwise direction manually to determine whether or not that window goes up or down.
Oh, this hillbilly one. This guy hooked a seatbelt to his window, the inside gears of the window, you know, the thing that holds the window. Because it had broken. Well, the seatbelt, you would pull it all the way down the door and then click it in to the little holder he had bolted to the bottom of the door, and that would pull the window up. And then you hit the button and just let it go, and the window would go roll down. Hillbilly window, whatever.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, if you want a window that can still come down and you can put it up. I mean, he had to, you know, help it up a little bit when he was pulling it up. It wasn't definitely not perfect, but it went all the way up and stayed there. When he clicked it in, it didn't come back down. I was like, hey, it works. Better than not having a window.
Seems like I had a Mazda 626. It had 3 windows out. The only window that did work was the back passenger window. That was stupid.
No ashing out that window. It doesn't look like rain. Oh, it looks like rain that way. Hopefully it stays up here, up north.
That's how it went for me.
Quick scan.
Most of our stuff went all hit north. Like we had tornadoes and like 3-inch hail and shit like that, but it was all missed me, thankfully.
There's a 70% chance it's going to be pouring at 8 a.m. in Greenville. But it's supposed to stop by 10. So maybe we'll just be sitting around waiting until then. Like I said, these crews, they usually do like 20 minutes, maybe an hour tops worth of actual work. They're in the union. But you have a good day. You're a good boy. Take care of the house. I love you. See you tonight. And at the door I go.
So we're taking Esme to the vet this afternoon. Go get a little evaluation, I guess. Pretty well convinced that her cough is congestive heart failure. Pretty sure. Which can be treated with like diuretics and shit. But Dixie had taken the quiz for the quality of life. And it was like anything from 7 to 14 was sort of, start to question whether or not your dog has a good quality of life. Then anything over 15 is like, your dog is suffering. And then depending on how far over that is going to like determine the amount of suffering. And Esme was scoring, according to Dixie, she took it a few times, anywhere from like a 15 to an 18, I think, on that quality of life scale. And she said she'd like send me the link so I could take it, see how I scored her. But I just don't think my psyche is ready to handle something like that. Like there's still like literal disassociation when this subject enters my brain. And I've, thought about it, and I've been pre-mourning her for a while now, knowing that it's coming. But as it's here, the denial is strong, and I'm leaning into it and accepting it and counting on my strong ability to remain in denial. But I guess this afternoon it's all going to come crashing down because I don't think she's got that much longer with us, and it's just a matter of deciding at what point is she suffering too much. And it's really hard to say.
So sorry.
Well, she's got that dang
for sure
Belgian Malinois in her. So it's kind of hard to say when she's hurting. And if she is hurting, how much pain she's actually in, because she can ignore a whole shit ton of pain. And you just don't know that she's injured or hurt. And she's a super sweet dog.
Dogs are no.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she is.
And she...
Hank's woman.
And I know how much she enjoys spending time with us. So I really have to balance all these factors when I look at her quality of life. Might it be low? Yes. But I don't think she cares. I think the only person that really cares about that low quality of life for her is us. I think if she had her druthers, she'd rather spend time with us those last moments. I don't think she'd rather us just put her down early to avoid any pain and suffering. I think she'd rather lay with us hurting than to go early.
I do too. I regret putting Zim down. And there was no the vet said he couldn't make it back. His kidneys were gone, shut down. But I felt the same way. Like, I knew he would have rather just toughed it out and dealt with the pain and hung out with me those last moments. Yeah, and I still always second guess myself on that call. Still. That was over a decade ago. I always said I wouldn't do that to Hank. Unless there was some serious, hit by a car or something like that. Something horrible.
No Laura, no whimpering. Again, it's that Belgian Malinois. She's not going to really display any signs of distress unless it's pretty severe. Doesn't stand very well, doesn't walk very well, can't jump up on the bed anymore. Move the ottoman into the bedroom so she could jump up on the ottoman first and then jump up on the bed, but even the ottoman's too high now. So now we're just hoisting her up and down off the bed every time she wants to get up and down.
Good morning, gentlemen.
Good morning, Andrew. How are you doing?
Morning, Andrew B.
I'm doing okay. But the unfortunate thing about this entire topic is that my cat Trixie has gone deaf.
That sucks.
Deaf?
Oh, man.
Yeah, she is close to 17 years old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's definitely old and cat here.
Yeah.
You're a trooper.
She's still very, very coherent. However, that's just a cat that I've had for a long time. And then we also had 2 other dogs. And one of them, Scruffy, his back legs gave out and he was going kind of crazy. He was pissing and shitting all over the place. And at some point, we came up with the conclusion that he couldn't take care of himself. So we did what I think a lot of people say is the humane thing. Take them to the vet and euthanize them. And then the same thing happened with Josie. Because it was like the exact same thing. Couldn't stand up, couldn't do anything, just shitting and pissing on themselves, and they were still very, very coherent, but their body was giving out.
Were they old dogs? This sounds like dog food from China.
Josie was way smarter than Scruffy. She was a border collie, and she was 18-ish, but she couldn't stand up anymore.
Oh, so this was just sort of expected.
It was over time. And then Scruffy was a pit bull, American pit bull, which I guess is like a crossbreed of other pit bulls. And a very similar thing happened to him. He was throwing up all the time. He couldn't eat. He was losing weight. And just basically looked like he wanted to die. So, is it humane for humans to actually do this? To take them in to a veterinarian where they give them a shot that puts them to sleep, and then from there, once they're asleep, the second shot comes in, which stops their heart. Or, what's the alternative? Let them die horribly? Which has happened, billions of times throughout history.
Why not? Well, if you say it's the humane, meaning it's a kindness that is deduced, that comes from human consciousness in a way that we would treat them humanely, right? These are things that these animals wouldn't do for themselves, for other animals in their pack. But because we're humans, we can take it upon ourselves to find it in our hearts to let them avoid all the pain and suffering, because that's a kindness that we as humans can show to those animals.
Yeah.
Now explain to me real quick, a fella named Dr. Kevorkian.
Oh, wow.
And explain to me how you can jive what happened to him versus what you just went through and what I'm about to go through with the humane euthanization of our pets?
Oh, that's a tough one, man. That's like the Canadian thing going on. People that don't want to live anymore because of whatever reason.
Mm-hmm. Lady just lost her son. She's like 50 years old, but decided the grief was too much.
Yeah, this is different for animals. We are not.
It is different for animals. Do we consider animals higher or lower than humans? If it's humane for us to do it to animals, and animals are less than, then how in the fuck is it not humane for us to do it for humans as well? Or
Josh, I've always loved your logical sense of contention. And I have to think about it often when you say things like that. Okay, so I cannot respond immediately. But intelligent, to say the least. And if I was in a position, or someone was in a position, where their legs didn't work, their brain wasn't working properly, and they were just shitting and pissing all over themselves, and they had the option of just going to sleep and getting it over with, I think a lot of people would choose that. I think even animals would. I don't know how it works.
I don't know.
Really?
I know a lot of people are terrified of death. You know?
Okay.
Just terrified of it. Because there's a lot of people that could take their own life, but they don't. That are in horrible pain and this and that and yada, yada, yada. So I think it depends on the person. And maybe what their life is like outside all the pain.
If it's your mom, your dad, your brother, sister, or something that's like...
Well, no, it's you, right? It's you. This is like humans can make these decisions for themselves for the most part. It's you, right? Like an animal, they can't tell us.
Yeah, but that's like saying we could kill the other person for them, so they're not actually committing suicide. We could just straight up murder them as a humane way to do it.
That's not murder, no.
Well, is it
close to?
What are the court's stance on suicide?
I don't know, but
it's against the law. It is against the law to commit suicide. Well, how about morally? Are there any moral justifications? Like, what sort of world religions out there? How do they feel about suicide? I guess the Abrahamics are kind of split. But
well, that's a weird thing too. I've always been asking myself and asking other people, if I lived by myself, I had no family members whatsoever, no friends, no anything. Is it illegal for me to end my own life if I'm in pain?
Yep.
That's fucked up. Like, what law am I breaking? Did the Jews say, like, no, you got to keep paying your taxes? Oh, seriously.
It's not like there's a consequence, you know.
No, I don't think they usually even charge the ones that fail. Like, even if you fuck up and can't get it right, I don't think they come and charge you.
No, they don't.
Okay.
No.
I think they should. I think that'd be maybe not right away.
Okay, so going back to animals, Scruffy and Josie, the two dogs that I had, Josie specifically, Border Collie, widely known as one of the smartest dogs that breeds of dogs, and she was in really, really good mental health, but she couldn't stand up. And she was looking very, very depressed. Like, shitting on herself, pissing all over the place, and not eating very much at all, if anything. What would be the logical, humane way to deal with that? Just let her suffer?
Well, I guess we would look at humans and see how we treat each other and what we do to the people, to other humans that are in that situation. And what would then be the humane way to treat the animal. Which leads me back to my point earlier that none of this shit seems to jive.
It's
So,
a tough situation.
I've tried to, like,
Because
just bite my
Walter
tongue
is
a lot
petting
here.
a cat right now. So sorry, Walter.
No, you're fine. So with animals, for me, it's been a thing that growing up as I did on like farms and helping uncles on their farms and all that, we knew when an animal was, you know, getting close to death, because 9 times out of 10 it would either disappear off into the woods, as I've seen there in chat talking about that, or they would hide. So fast forward years later, and Spot disappeared. My buddy, my first love from the first litter that was had by Rizzo here. And he started acting out. Like we had him way past territorial marking. We had him way past pissing outside of his box. And yet he started doing that. And not only was he doing that, but he was being overly aggressive and shitty to all the other cats in the house. And he was not doing that prior to this. And then he started striking out at like my son and daughter when they would come by and visit. And that was something he had never done, ever. So that was going on for about a week before I woke up to feed him one day and he wasn't there. And for the next 3 meals, he wasn't at the meals and I couldn't find him. And when I finally found him hidden over behind the boxes, just laying there, I knew. And it was late at night and I took him into the bathroom with me and tried to give him some water and tried to give him some food. He staggered over to the litter box twice and just looked at it and turned back around. I didn't know what was going on at that point, but I knew something was definitely wrong. So I fixed him a little pillow out of my sweatpants that are actually still in that bathroom. I haven't had the heart to wash them. And I cuddled him all night. And I tried to figure out what to do. And so as I sat there and read everything I could read about what was going on, I quickly realized that it was most likely his kidney issues that sometimes post having cats fixed, especially males, they get these crystals that form in their urinary tract that cause them severe pain and blockage and makes their bladder swell up and become painful. And they are literally unable to eat, piss, do anything. They're miserable. They can't eat, they can't drink. They're wanting to eat and drink, they're wanting to piss, but they can't. And being a person who has gone through kidney stones and literally lay on the trailer at my mom's house that I was, out of state at my aunt's funeral and had to leave the funeral because I was having a kidney stone. And I lay on that trailer floor begging God to either end this pain or end my life. That's how bad it was. And so knowing that pain was what he was going through and that there would be nothing we could do to end that pain. Like we could get a surgery that would cost thousands of dollars that would relieve that pain for about as much time as it would take him to heal from the surgery, which would be painful. So literally he would be in pain the rest of his life if we'd went the surgery route. He'd been in surgery pain, healing pain, and then the whole crystallization process would begin again. And he would have to have either more surgeries or just, pass away that way. And, this was coming from the vet, a person who, I don't know, but I know historically they've always tried to bilk people out of money when their pets are in a life or death situation. It happened with one of my dogs that got hit. And we did all kind of surgery to fix her, and it was the whole thing, and they really screwed us on money. Anyway, I didn't want him to suffer anymore that day, and I definitely didn't want him to suffer the rest of whatever life he had left, because obviously it wasn't a pleasant experience, or he wouldn't have went and hid away. So we put him down, and it was traumatic beyond measure. Now, prior to that, I had gone to Oregon in late 2019, early 2020, to go be with my mother while she died at home from colon cancer. After taking all their horrible poisons, no matter how much I explained or tried to logic or cry or whatever about the whole situation and the the chemotherapy industry that was only looking out for her money and not anything to do with her health. Anyway, it's the whole thing. So I went to be with my mom. And her decision was, she told us quite plainly, she did not want to be drugged out of her mind for the rest of her life. She wanted to spend that time with us. She wanted to spend that time aware of us. She wanted to spend that time enjoying as much of it as she could with us. Yes, the pain got bad to the point where she would beg for the morphine, and we would give it to her when it got that bad.
Did she have dementia or Alzheimer's?
No, she was very aware, which
okay,
could have made it better, I guess, or could have made it worse. But definitely, she was very aware, and so for her wishes, we definitely did everything we could as the pain medicine being the last resort for any of her pain. I was actively giving her cannabis oil by that point, a little too little, a little too late, but still it helped with the pain and her able to sleep through the pain and things like that. But she didn't want to be zonked out of her mind on all the drugs that they had like lined up on the counter for her, the hospice people that came in and explained to us that, you know, despite her wanting to not end in a daze, she would be in a lot of pain, and it would probably be in her best interest if we went ahead and just snuck those medications to her, because that would be the humane thing to do. And fuck you, bitch, get out of my face. This is my mama's wishes, and we're going to do it like she wants to do it. I almost punched this lady twice, literally, like almost went across the table with this lady. Because she was so cold and so like, why are you in this industry? You shouldn't be a person who's at the end of life with nobody. You don't give a shit. You know, you could tell we finally got rid of her. She didn't come back after the second visit. Anyway, so we let my mom experience the end of her life the way she wanted to. And she literally passed away in my sister, my brother, and I's arms as we sat on the bed with her. And that was the third time we thought that she was going. 2 times before that, we thought she was going and held her and loved on her, and she pulled through. So this is still hard to think about, hard to talk about, and definitely hard to justify any side of it, because none of it's fun and none of it's good. But knowing that she went like she wanted to, and that I had a chance to discuss things with her that I really didn't know if I'd be able to or have the vocabulary to come across and not sound like a nut job with all the things I've learned over the last 10 years. Not learned, but discovered about loose farming and the world that is on the other side, and things that people that passed over had gone through, including her brother, my uncle Quentin, who had passed and on a surgery and come back telling us about floating over the operating table and things like that. So he definitely was well armed going into that great unknown, both with a history of being a preacher's daughter and also having a son who was quite out of the box and told her all kind of other sides to possible coins here. So she went into that other great unknown knowing that she didn't have to follow a fucking light. She didn't have to follow grandma or uncle whoever to go to home, and she definitely didn't have to go anywhere she didn't want to go. She was a free will, and she could go anywhere she wanted to go. Come back, don't come back, up to you. I wouldn't come back, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, this is all hard. It definitely is hard, especially when you don't know what the animal's thinking. You don't know what they're actually feeling. And it is mostly for us that we decide those things. And I get that this is probably a really, really touchy subject for any of us here, especially Josh going through it right now with his sweet, sweet Esme. She is definitely a sweet monkey. Definitely sad to hear it, and definitely don't know what to say to make it any better, except I love you, Josh. Big hugs for Dixie and David, and big smooches and hugs for Esme coming from me.
So here's a question in the same regards to all this, and it's not easy to answer. If anyone here in chat or on the panel were to go through some sort of a situation, Alzheimer's, dementia, something like that, and they gave you the option to just get high as fuck, go to sleep, and then you would never, and then you die because you're in pain. Like veteran, as an example, that lost both their legs, and now they have hooks for hands. or someone that has dementia. I mean, dementia is actually quite a bit less severe than losing your appendages.
I don't know that's true.
Dementia actually sounds kind of cool.
It's a terminal illness. You understand that, right? So you die at the end. You can lose your arms and legs and live, or get dementia and die.
Well, yeah. Having hooks for hands and no way to get around on your own other than being pushed around in a wheelchair.
Man, I saw a guy with no arms and no legs wrestle my buddy, whooped the shit out of him. He was a inspirational speaker. And yeah, I mean, he was a grown man. Granted, my buddy was like an 8th grader, but they weighed the same, right? And he didn't have no forearms at all. One arm was all the way up to the shoulder. The other one was at the elbow. And his legs were both above the knee. And yeah, he still was getting it, man.
Okay, so that's a rare circumstance.
What about Tank Tank?
Hey, it's all about the person, right? Yeah, you could sit there with no legs and arms and feel sorry for yourself the rest of your life. Or you can, I was going to say pull up your bootstraps, but that ain't going to happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all about what you make it.
So on April 14th, Andrew, there was a story put out by CBS News. A quadruple amputee and professional cornhole player who is accused of a deadly shooting in Maryland has been indicted on first-degree murder. A grand jury indicted 27-year-old Dayton Weber on multiple charges in connection with the shooting of a 27-year-old Bradrick Michael Wells, who was found dead in a yard in Charles County in late March. Weber was arrested in Charlottesville, Virginia, and extradited to the detention center in Maryland, where he is being held without bond. The case now moves to the district court. So the way I understand it, this cornhole player, this amputee, this quadruple amputee and professional cornhole player and gun enthusiast was driving his buddy around in his car. I guess they got into an argument, and while he was driving, the quadruple amputee pulled out a gun and shot the passenger.
How the fuck? Oh, hold on a second. This is weird. I mean, come on. He was driving and then pulled out a weapon.
Yep.
A firearm.
Yeah.
The other person. Yeah.
Come on, man. I mean, maybe that happened.
The quadruple amputee and professional cornhole player who was accused of a deadly shooting in Maryland has been indicted on first-degree murder charges. What part do you think didn't happen?
First degree means
there's witnesses.
Premeditated.
Yeah, it was planned out.
2 witnesses told Charles County Sheriff's deputies that they were in the backseat of a car and witnessed a deadly shooting, according to the charging documents. The witnesses said Weber shot and killed a passenger during an argument. There's a car full of people. And the quadruple amputee professional cornhole player was the driver. And the people in the backseat who were riding around with him driving saw him as the driver pull out the gun and shoot him.
All right. Well, I don't know why cornhole's brought up, but cornhole's pretty cool. I'm pretty good at horseshoes, and
it's because he's a quadruple amputee.
Good at cornholing too.
I got 2 good arms and 2 good legs, and well, I mean, I don't play it, but it's.
When you're really drunk, it's fun.
And see, I'm an old school guy. And the way I define cornhole and the way you define cornhole are different. So when you say cornholing is really fun when you're drunk, comes off totally different in my brain.
With beanbags in a hole, in a board at a tilt.
I just kind of glance at Michelle, and she just goes off laughing her ass off because she knows exactly what I'm about to say. I don't have to say anything anymore.
You got to bring Michelle on one of these days. Come on.
One day. We'll see. One day.
I keep trying to get Michelle to come on, but she hates the fact that I do it.
Sounds like you're having
Didn't
so much
Michelle
fun
and
with
Dixie come on one time?
Dixie and damn it, what's Adam's wife's name?
Oh,
Marie.
yeah.
Marie, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brain would finally got there.
I actually was trying to get one of my buddies who's a Christian flat earther and was one of the people that actually introduced me into this subject about 11 years ago, roughly. And I said, hey, there's going to be a podcast coming on. You want to join in? It's all Christian. It's mostly Christian flat earth. He was so...
Good angle, man. Good angle.
Well, no, I told him. I was like, what do you have to lose? Like, I will start it off, and then from there, people will want to ask you questions, and it's about getting outside your comfort zone. Sort of like how some people right now are listening, but don't want to join in because their comfort zone is about listening and not their participation level is different. It's a weird
I've always
thing.
been one to call into places.
Yep.
Listening to talk radio and stuff. That's how I met these guys.
Yeah.
I was just hanging out in chat. Some nut job NASA employees claimed to be a NASA employee called in and started harping on, you guys are blah, 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 blah. I forget what she even said, but it pissed me off. So I called in and was like, yeah, fuck that bitch. Well, I don't know if I said that.
We definitely got a Zack rant out of it for sure.
Here we go. Here's my challenge to everyone tonight that's in the chat, that's never joined in. Join in for 5 minutes. All of a sudden, your anxiety of being online will change very quickly. It's okay. We're not going to make fun of you very much. And then from there...
Very much.
Well,
You got to be on for quite a bit before we start to make fun of you. Isn't that right, Andrew?
Yeah. I'm just saying that...
Ain't that right, Nipple Boy?
Someone, come in. Bring up a subject that you're passionate about. Something that you know about. Or something that you think we don't know about. And by the way, I am not a member of the stream. I just pretend to be one once in a while. Someone join in. Come on. I'm a fucking teacher. Get over it.
All right, come on, Carl, get by me.
Oh, yeah, well, Carl? Oh, yeah. If Carl's coming on, that's the show at that point.
No, I said, come on, Carl, get by me.
Oh, you're driving. Okay.
Yeah.
No, Carl, FE Nation. Yeah, that guy will join in.
Yeah.
And,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you have to tell him to shut up. No, cool dude. Awesome. But yeah.
He's come and hung out on our night show a couple times, I believe. Friday evening.
He has.
I'm going to look in the chat for the first time.
He's
Okay.
popped into chat
So-
occasionally in the morning, too. It's not necessarily uncommon for him to pop in chat.
There are certain people that have hopped in once in a while, but I'm looking at chat at the moment. Walking Axel, on a plane. Oh, NDB, come on, that's not even a question. Just me, Stace. Oh, Is Stacy?
Yeah. Stacy.
Come
Randall's
on.
been on with us. That's Heart of the Earth there. That's
Yeah,
Randall.
Walk Axel, Bell and Tango. And everyone seems to change their Discord, sorry, their YouTube channel name often because they all work for the CIA. And I get that, okay?
Don, you don't have to stress about coming on. You have visitors, and it would cause a ruckus. You're fine. Don't stress out. Have we had near NDB on here? I don't know. I think he's come by on our afternoons before, back in the day, way back. But I don't know, since he went on with you guys at Rico's, has he been on? I don't know. Yeah, YouTube did most of that changing on it for us there in the chat. Most of those name changes were not by choice. It was something new happening with chat. I just noticed the other day, and now it's already gone. What was it? Something new.
Oh, someone's asking for the link. NDB and probably other people as well. I can share it, but I'm not going to, unless I have exclusive.
I think I can do it. Or Josh, are you still here? You're usually the one throwing it around. Where is it in the call? I know it's here somewhere.
It does cost $500 to join in. But I think for your first time in, you'll get a free pass. I think.
See if this works. Is this working? Does that work? Does that link to the call? I tried. Numbers removed. Oh, you're right. There it is. That's what it was on. I knew the shield we had talked about there, Laura, but it was something new, and that was it. The numbers.
In regards to numbers and money, go ahead, yes, sir.
No, I was just saying hey to Mike. I saw him pop in while I was talking.
Gotcha.
Go ahead.
So there is this popular little liquor store, convenience store, grocery store, right across from where I live. Anyways, I asked them how many lottery tickets they sell per day, whether it's like scratchers or whatever. And I've got to, he showed me the screen. He said, oh, it's only 4 o'clock. And we've already sold over 3,000 of them. What the? I'm fucking. He's like, oh yeah, sometimes it goes over 10,000 per day.
Oh.
Yeah. It's just nuts. 10,000 per day? How much time that takes to do? Like ripping off the scratchers and whatnot. And the stores that actually get the money out, let's say they sell a ticket that's worth $100, they usually earn $1 off that. It's about a 1% margin of profit. Pretty shitty.
Well, Laura, I'm sorry. Jax just broke my brain in chat. Our new little shields that we have next to our name. Look again. It's a fucking blue cube.
That's how I
Holy
always
crap.
saw it, was as a cube. Like, yeah, I guess it is a shield.
No, you guys have just recently changed.
Oh, she's here.
What's up, Melissa?
Challenge accepted, Andrew.
Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on a second. What challenge?
The one to get on if you've never been on.
Oh, that. Challenge accepted.
This has been backstage
Challenge
after show,
approved.
but I don't know that she's been with us live like this. Have you? Did you come
No.
on with Justin, didn't you? One time, long time ago? No?
I might have like photo bombed him. Jumped
Something
in.
for a second, yeah.
Well, welcome.
No, thank you. You're talking up my alley today. And Josh, number one, so sorry, man. It's not an easy decision, and there's no right decision.
You seem to have the floor right now. So, take it away.
No, you just, all the talk about end of life. It's so individual and so personal, and it's really a process that I'd say people go through. It's not necessarily a linear process, but there's steps. And Walt, man, the freaking hospice nurse wanting to push drugs, even though your mom said no, that's so unethical.
Oh yeah, that's why she was quickly out of there.
Mm-hmm.
By the second visit, we had enough and called them and said, "Yeah, don't send her back to our house, or you'll have a report of us being in the hospital with her."
Yeah, it's kind of weird. So, what would be the limitation in regards to? I go to the hospital. I'm sorry, not me. Someone goes to the hospital and says, "Hey, I want to get really, really fucking high, and then just end my life."
As far as I'm aware, there's nothing like that here. Like, I don't think you would just go to the hospital for that. If it is legal anywhere, it would probably be a clinic, and you'd have to go through a process. But I'm totally speaking out my ass.
Canada has
I know Canada.
trucks. You can order it like a pizza.
What the fuck, Josh?
It's
For real.
He's right.
Right.
I can't remember what they're called. But, and Kevorkian, I think he was from Michigan, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I think he fled to Canada, as I recall, when they were trying to prosecute him.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he was from here because he was euthanizing here in America.
Yeah.
Was Dr. Kevorkian doing anything wrong, illegal, or immoral?
Well, I mean, the illegal part is determined by a bunch of dicks who never had to sit and go through this. So, whatever. Is it immoral? I think not at all. I think everyone should have the ability and the right to determine their own end of life. Be it at their own hands, someone else's, or, fading out, tottering away, peeing on yourself, whatever. It's up to you. But definitely, if the person is able to make that decision for themselves and not have a family member make it for them, then I'm all about it. A family member making it for them, then we're getting into a whole different set of circumstances.
Yeah, the lady, speaking your name again, I'm sorry, ma'am.
Melissa.
This is Melissa, also known as the Accidental Alchemist there in chat. Just
my goodness. Oh, I've spoken with you before.
And I've been a hospice nurse before, and my son's been on hospice twice. I have a lot to say about this.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Preach away, ma'am.
Huh? Oh, say something about it.
Preach away.
Walt is absolutely right. It's completely personal. And I think that the system right now, even as it stands, unfortunately, hospice is so undereducated in alternative measures and so underfunded as well as understaffed that there's just no way to do it naturally unless you pursue learning that beforehand. So I would just encourage anyone out there to kind of think about your own death. And that's one of the gifts that a lot of people who are diagnosed with a terminal illness have the opportunity to do. And I'm not saying that's the right path. You have to be really strong to do that, and you have to have a lot of support. Some people do just want to walk off in the woods and not burden anyone else and just die of exposure or whatever. That's fine too.
Well, that's what animals do. Like my cat, Trixie. She's been hiding a lot, and that's a symptom of they know they're dying, and they're going to find a nice spot for them to do that.
Yeah,
that's what I plan on doing.
Real quick in chat, Randall, big hugs, big heart going out to you, my friend. I know you. This is a very fresh, raw situation for you. And it may be for others who are listening in now, in chat, not in chat, later on, after the fact. Just know that we're not coming at this in any way flippant or, making light of any of this. This is very serious talk that we're having right now, and definitely I appreciate you guys being here and taking part in it. What's up? The man has made it. Is your mic working there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there he is.
Loud and clear.
What's up? What's up, Josh? What's up, Walt, Andrew, Zach, Melissa?
I'm smoking crack right now, so that's kind of.
You are a crackhead.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Well, we expected that, Andrew. We expected
Lots of it, because Hunter Biden told me it's safe and effective.
Put a piece of plastic down on the ground.
That's right.
Just a pro tip. Smoke crack on a piece of plastic.
Oh, God. Oh, why? So you can pick it back up later?
Yeah. So when you're carpet surfing, it makes it a lot easier.
All right. Well, I have been on this show many, many times. I'm going to be absent. Well, not absent, but on mute. I think it's really cool when new people actually show up. So do your thing.
What's up, NDB? How you doing?
How's it going, man? I don't know. I'm here. I'm alive. Another day, sunrise is coming. Finally got some rain in Kentucky. Didn't think it was going to happen.
How are the chickens?
Chickens are pretty good. Laying eggs like crazy.
Yeah, I'm loving that sun.
Nothing better than feeding chickens and they give you a fresh egg. Best.
Yeah, all winter long when it's dark and you feed them and there's nothing in the box day after day. It's pretty depressing.
You need to get Icelandic chicks.
What?
For real, there's a type of chicken that, they lay just as many eggs in the winter as they do in the summertime.
Wait a second.
Really?
Icelandic chickens or like women?
No,
chicken, like literally chickens.
Literal chicken.
Women will
That's a different kind of egg.
drop an egg once a month regardless.
Winter, summer, spring, it doesn't fucking matter.
I've got a buddy who gives me free chicken eggs. And he is also one of the guys that gives me a load of cannabis for way, way more than I would expect. Not Mr. Davis.
Daryl?
Nope.
We used to have access to somebody who was giving us duck eggs, which if you've never baked, made baked goods with a duck egg, it's a whole different world. That's pretty much all we could really do with them because they were pretty intense if you just scrambled them up or tried to fry one.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't like duck egg.
Yeah, I was just saying, they went straight into the baked goods once we tried a couple on a plate. We were like, nah, that's going to be cake stuff. And it definitely made the cake really fluffy. Dense, but fluffy. Explain that.
No, explain how the fuck an egg comes out of the cooter of a fucking chicken.
It doesn't. If you look at my last video, I'll show you where it comes out. It comes out the front of the chicken.
No.
It's called a vent.
Yeah.
I was being a little crude with that.
Yeah.
But children aren't born into eggs, right? Lots of things aren't. But some things are. How does the outer shell form? That's one of the things I am very naive of. And a lot of chickens, they just poop those things out constantly.
It's actually an alchemical process, and I couldn't explain it and do it justice, but the chicken literally does not have enough calcium in its diet to create an eggshell every day like that. So it comes from somewhere, but they're manufacturing it in their own body. Pretty wild.
I will accept
you eat
that.
The eggshells are great protein or great for our bodies. Something I read.
It is a perfect food, yeah.
Yeah, like if you clean the shells after you hard boil them or whatever, or use them, and then let them dry, and then like crunch them up, make them into like a pill or powder or whatever. They're like good.
Yeah, but you have to actually mix them with something, and I think it's peroxide. If it's not peroxide, yeah, in order to make it bioavailable.
I made my own calcium citrate. That's what I used to make it bioavailable with eggshell. This was during that period when we were getting all the extra eggs from her, the duck and chicken eggs from her. And so I was trying to figure out what I could like make happen without having to buy it over the counter and know what I put in it. And so, yeah, I did the whole like clean them, made them dry, crushed them down with my mortar and pestle, and then added lemon juice into it. And there was maybe a baking really at a low temperature process or something. It's been too long ago, but definitely it made it, and it worked.
If you have a history of kidney stones,
Extra
just be
calcium?
careful.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Just be careful with that extra calcium. If you know what your stones are made out of, and there's
yeah, definitely. Yep.
Yeah, and the thing people don't realize is if chickens can do that with just the mineral calcium, imagine what we can do. I mean, we're just as elegantly designed. So I don't think, necessarily supplementing all the time is a good thing, but at periods in your life, definitely do what you got to do if you're not well. That's a lot of work to go through to get that calcium, though.
No, it was. I did it
How
in
long
one
did
time.
it take you?
Yeah, it took a long fucking time. It was a process. I didn't do it again. Yep. Once I took that last one, I was like, yeah, well, that was cool. At least I know I can do it in a pinch.
Heck yeah. And you know what? You can use it for your garden. That's where I would use that. But honestly, let nature do it. Just throw the eggshells in your compost. Super easy. You can also feed them back to your chickens. You feed them to your dog. All good.
So according to the little Google smooch I gave it, it looks like it's basically what you're saying is that it is some kind of basic alchemical thing. I mean, they do pull the calcium from their bloodstream and their diet, but most of the calcium is pulled from their actual bones. That's crazy.
Did you know your body does that too? If your heart muscle needs calcium to contract, it will pull it straight from your bones. And then your parathyroid is responsible for directing it back into your bones after it's done being needed for the muscles, especially the smooth muscle.
Well,
your body knows what's important.
I walked around for about a year and 10 months. I mean, a year and 2 months with my arm in a cast in 2 pieces, waiting for the lawyers to get through hashing out what they would allow me to have to fix my broken body with. And during that period, I'm sorry, what?
I said, I so wish you had the comfrey back then. Sorry.
Back then? I know, that would have been great. That would have been epic. But yeah, so as I walked around in that state, I began to notice it was my left arm. I began to notice the nails on my left hand became very ridged, a striated pattern, that goes from tip down to the base, and it actually began to crack and all that. That's when my nail problems probably started. I guess I assumed it was my body trying to pull calcium into the bone and heal it as the majority of the agony I was in rather than spend it on nails and hair. So I don't know that was the case, but I do remember thinking as I watched my nails deteriorate that it had to have something to do with the broken arm I was walking around with.
Oh, absolutely. And it was on the same side of the break, right?
Oh, yeah. Same hand. Yep.
Yeah, it's an energy fracture. So
That is
the
called onychrosis. It has to do with the liver.
The liver?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a whole lot of things.
Onychrosis.
It's never just one thing, but definitely if you had issues further down the arm that was broken, there's circulation that's been rerouted, there's lymph that's been rerouted, there's definitely built up anger, frustration, and
was there
a lot of feelings in that arm. So it does not surprise me whatsoever.
Nothing more than feeling.
Look at this. Melissa is here. First time ever calling in and joining in. And so many other people. It's okay. I guess it. Listen, I suppose. It's better than. I've been drinking too much tonight. I'll admit that.
And our sun is just coming up.
Cool, made it.
Plus,
How is your son doing? How's
I got a new
his
bong.
He
prognosis?
is doing so fucking fantastic. I can't even tell you. He took his last dose of prescription medicine on April 3rd. He's completely on herbal supplements. Well, not supplements, herbal extracts that I make.
Nice. I'm going to have to use the Solomon stuff by itself just to see, because I had been doing it with the actual comfrey, as you said, doing both and get the extra effect, but I want to see what it's doing just by itself next time I'm going through an episode, just to compare the two, I guess.
Yeah, it's really hard to do. It's all subjective. So, yeah, just give me your opinion. And like you, I've been using them both together on him. I can't, and I'm noticing a new clicking in his left leg. And I want to tell you this up front, like the clicking, that's one of his limbs that's been the most stiff all his life. And that whole leg has gotten worse over the last few years. Even it doesn't bend past like 30 degrees, maybe 40. And I heard it clicking yesterday. And I wasn't putting any pressure on it at all. I was just helping him kick his leg when he was, moving a lot.
Right.
Yeah. So I feel like that's a good thing. I didn't notice that he was having any new pain with it, but I see improved mobility.
Are you aware of Dr. Amanda Bulmer is?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I actually was a premium member of her whatever club she was doing. She's still doing it, but
the Pissa Club.
Yeah, she's definitely opinionated, and I have
no, piss.
The Pissa.
You're in therapy.
Yeah, and I'm going to tell you guys straight up, don't knock anything till you've tried it, but
I say nothing's wrong with it. I just think it's funny.
I'm not gonna. No, there are certain things that you can say. Whoa. Have you ever tried
stem cells in piss? There's stem cells in piss. It's great for us, but I'm not drinking it.
How much of your response is brainwashing versus the research you've done on the subject, Andrew?
Right.
I have never tried to swallow a handful of thumbtacks.
Aged piss is the best.
I was going to say, do you steep it? That was my next question.
There are lots of applications, and I would say go to the Indians for your information, not just Dr. Vollmer, because she has an opinion on top of it, and I don't know, a niche with it, and that's fine. I personally think most people are probably better off not drinking it, because what we put in our body to begin with is at best polluted, at worst poison.
At best, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, you don't want to re-drink that. Your urine is not waste. I will stand with that reasoning. Urine is not waste. Urine is the excess that your body doesn't need, because we are a culture of having everything in excess. Even water is poisonous to a certain level, and your kidneys are responsible for eliminating it to regulate lots of things. Most importantly, the charge that's happening in your blood. Because the ions that it exchanges, it gets rid of minerals and various things to keep the charge in your blood regulated. I could blow your guys' mind with breath work just to connect this a little bit.
You should probably do that, but time's running out.
Is it?
Wait, no, we got a minute.
All right. Last thing I'm saying, and then I'm going, okay.
Time keeps on slipping.
Amanda Vollmer. I met her in Vegas, and there was just like hugs, like just nonstop. That's where I met Cami and Zack for the first time. They got off the taxi, and we already had a blunt rolled up, and they were welcomed in. And that's where I gave both of them a hug. And then Amanda Vollmer came in. I don't know if she spoke with us or not. Anyways, I gave her a hug, I think twice. She was talking about urine therapy in regards to if Karen talks about this too. I don't know about it. I haven't really took it serious. But like when you're in the shower, like urinate on your toenails. I guess there's something that helps out.
Yeah, that's basic. Yeah, keeps some of the foot fungus at bay. It also helps with your hair being grayed out if you want to kind of save some in maybe an old water bottle and keep it there on the side by your shampoo and add that to it or afterward and let that work itself. It definitely helps ease some of that silver out of the hair.
Would you drink cow piss?
Not for any amount of money. Why would I even think of such a thing?
That's an actual thing that people do. They
really, really like energy drinks. There's that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
they call it taurine.
I had a friend over that dumped the last of her can in the sink before putting it in the garbage, and it freaking stained my sink. I wanted to call her and ask her what color her pee was.
Damn.
That's actually kind of weird. I went on a 5-day fast, and all I was doing was drinking water and cranberry juice.
What's up, Gatorade?
And I figured, no, it was just cranberry. I love cranberry juice. It's really, really good for your bladder and your kidneys.
You're a little slow this morning, Andrew.
I know. I already said I drank a little bit too much.
You cure your UTI?
We know. We didn't have to say it.
Nope. Yep.
All right. Well, anyways, my urine was coming out as if I wasn't drinking water at all. And I was drinking at least a half a gallon per day for 5 days in a row.
You ever drink
weird.
Or eat beets? Yeah. Makes your pee.
Cranberry juice.
Yeah.
First time I ate beets and then peed, I was so scared. It took me about 3 seconds to be like, no, Melissa, that was the beet.
I don't think I've ever had a beet.
It turns your pee pink, just so you know.
Great for your circulation.
Okay.
No, truly, it is. It's really good for your circulatory system.
Cayenne pepper's great for your circulatory system.
Yes.
I used to make pills for this lady at work, her husband. I got him off his blood thinners.
That's crazy. Yeah, actually, when I worked for home care, a lot of the VA doctors would prescribe their patients cayenne pepper and aquaphor compound for pain relief, like an icy hot. If you put a little menthol in there, like peppermint oil, it'll do the same thing as icy hot. Or
That's
it'll feel
awesome.
the same.
Wait a second. You worked at the VA?
No, I worked in home care for like 10 years. I can't remember exactly how long, 12 years. And so my patients were from various clinics, and I noticed a theme that the VA patients would have this cayenne pepper aquaphor compound as part of their pain regimen. They're actually pretty forward thinking when it comes to alternative care for the vets. I'm pleased with that.
Really? That's the exact opposite of what I experienced with my mother-in-law. Like they had her on 60 milligrams of morphine, which is, very high.
Was she a vet? Was
Mm-hmm,
it
yeah,
like
yeah.
a-
This is her VA doctor. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh. Hmm.
Did you hear they're finally letting vets with PTSD use psilocybin and other psychedelics?
Yeah, I did see that actually. I saw that
MDMA.
story. I may even have dropped it way back when I saw it, but yeah, I did see that they were loosening up on all that. I'm just saying on this specific case was all I had ever been exposed to at length with the VA. My grandfather passed away before I was old enough to really know about his care, enough to know what they were doing or not doing. He would have been about the only one I would know of in my personal life, until me and Michelle got together. But yeah, I watched the addiction process with my mother-in-law so just rampant, and every time she would get a new bottle, and they would increase it a little bit more and a little bit more. And I'm like, so eventually, y'all what, going to get up to the 200 and just end it all? I mean, good God, 60, it's pretty ridiculous. Anyway.
Yeah. It would depend on the clinic first and foremost. And then was this more than 10 years ago?
Oh, no, she just passed like the beginning of this year. Yep. It may have been a person that she's been going to for that many years, though, and might have kind of gotten stuck in his thought processes of 15 or 20 years ago. You know what I mean? So that could very well have a lot to do with it. He just wasn't on board with the new way of thinking, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, it frustrated me a lot to watch her do that to herself.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Well, I wish I could have listened to all of that, but for some reason, the call dropped for me. But yeah, I get it. What you're saying is that was recent.
Mm-hmm.
It must depend on the culture of your particular clinic and whether or not she asked about it.
And I'm sure that was part of it.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of them really. Mm-hmm. Now, I will give some pain clinics credit that they do encourage their patients to seek out other things like learning how to do biofeedback and possibly using hypnosis. But it's usually grazed over because they don't make money off of it.
No,
and insurance doesn't pay for it. So a lot of people aren't willing to invest in it, I will say.
My dad's in his early 80s and he can't even get pain meds from the VA.
I know, that's the other part of it, is at that same time, I watched other people suffer with like terrible injuries and they couldn't even get anything beyond fucking ibuprofen. Yeah.
Ibuprofen, drink water, take Motrin.
Yeah.
Let me describe something. I was prescribed with diazepam something. That's pretty fun.
Diazepam, yeah.
Super descriptive. Thanks, Andrew.
Yeah,
that's valid.
Sorry.
Valid.
No, it's a really, really cool story.
Yeah, I can't read.
And it was fun.
Letters. It is fun. And they won't prescribe me anymore at all. So
no, they won't.
Well, they say because if you use it too much, it will become addictive. And
it will not only become addictive as a crutch, it becomes physically addictive. And I had a friend who passed away because he got arrested with a fight him and his wife got in, and she called the cops on him and didn't realize they would put him locked up and take his medicine away, and he died.
Yes.
Damn, that escalated quickly.
It did. It was fucking ridiculous.
All right, I'm shutting up. I will be listening. And yes, me, Andrew, I've had some drinks tonight. I'm not going to lie to anyone.
Well, I'm glad you finally told us the truth.
Yeah, well.
About time.
I know. And I'm still breaking in my new bong. So.
Oh, don't mix that.
Don't drink out of the bong.
What?
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
I never said that. Come on,
That's
Walter.
what I heard.
Said you're breaking in your new bong. You've had a couple of drinks. I heard you.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Walter, let's talk later if you need a refresher. If you know what I mean. You should. No, people don't know what I'm talking about. Only Walter and I do.
At best.
It's
if we're lucky. If we're lucky, Andrew.
It's very, very sexual.
1 out of 2 ain't bad.
Don't tell them about our nipple play, man. Fuck.
No, it's the fucking OnlyFans page.
Custom clamps, baby.
All right.
Or nugget fetish. Thanks, Ona. Oh,
thank you, Ona. Right. Thank you, Ona.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, God.
I didn't even see that visual either.
Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
So, Melissa, this is your first time joining into ironrealmmedia or any stream at all? Is that correct?
No. I have my own channel. I just haven't published anything in about a year because I've been going through this with my son. I've been on backstage with Iron Realm after the calls, just not on the show.
Yeah, she hangs out with us quite a few mornings.
Oh, yeah. She's like the mafia. Now I trust her. That's cool. Do your thing, whatever.
Ham's 33.
What?
I missed it too. What was that?
M is 33.
Oh, yeah.
It's like WW.
Shit. See, it's MB now, though. I got married in December. I just guess I need to change my team's name.
Melissa, I have a question for you. Please decline to answer it if it's inappropriate. How old are you?
43.
No shit. Wow. Okay. I'm 43.
Yeah.
What are the odds?
We had the same childhood.
Oh, hold on a second. January 6th, 83. That's my birthday. My birthday is kind of fucked.
March 7th, 83.
Wow. Right on. You want to get married?
That escalated quickly.
Let's fucking do it.
You know, this is Bellingtano's wife, yes?
Justin.
You've had more than a few, Andrew. I think you had the whole fucking bottle.
Oh, more?
I can't do that.
Fuck that. Yeah, I'll do more.
Little ice in your bong and it goes down smooth. Bong water on the rock.
Stuff that I am currently inhaling is from one of our very good Flat Earth friends. Everyone knows what I'm talking about, I'm sure. Magical chocolates and...
Sherry's here? Where?
I am not mentioning names. Go on. DD. I'm going to say.
How did
Yes,
you not
that is
know
one
that,
of the
Dawn?
things I have learned.
Apparently, Dawn didn't know you and Justin had gotten married or were married.
Oh, she's going to...
Oh, it's okay.
No, it's a divorce. Because her and I...
So broken.
Yeah, we're doing this. All right?
What if she's not into nipple stuff like you are, though?
I already proposed. It doesn't matter. I'll work with it.
Oh my goodness!
No, I'll have to hook you up with one of my friends.
There you go, please.
A woman?
Well, yeah.
You know, whatever.
I love that you have to specify.
We know your history in Thailand, you know, so.
Hey, let's
Yeah.
Hey, buddy.
Something wrong. Something wrong.
Something. Oh yeah, something wrong, Mangyao.
Thank you all for hanging out this morning.
On that note.
Melissa, NDB, Andrew, thank you all for hanging out.
Help us here.
It's been a full show. Hit the thumbs up, guys.
It has been fun. Thank you.
And
full.
My last statement is always trust NASA because they never lie to you.
Then after that, you're just going to listen.
Yep.
Write a letter if all else fails.
Hey, Andrew, do you know what farmer left his wife?
Oh.
Left her a John Deere letter.
Oh, that's kind of dirty, man. Oh, that's fucked up.
I wouldn't say it's dirty per se.
Well, it's fucked up. But
okay. I mean, it's a clean joke. People understood it.
Most people actually don't know what that is.
A John Deere? Or a Dear John letter? Or people
Dear
just
John,
can't quite figure out the correlation between Dear John and John Deere and how they relate to each other.
Well, okay, one is a tractor, the other one is a breakup letter.
Stand against the wall, you might catch it as it goes over your head.
Happy hump day, everybody.
Happy hump day.
Whoop, whoop.
Love y'all.
Definitely love you all. Thanks for hanging out with us. Looks like we've made it thus far. 2 more days to go. Wish me luck tonight, this afternoon. We'll see how long my conscience can actually stay in the present before I just completely go somewhere else in the vet's office.
You'll do the right thing.
Yeah, we're not making a decision today. I think we're just doing like evaluation stuff as far as I can tell. But I don't know. We'll see what happens when we get there. To me, she still seems in relatively good spirits despite pains and aches and all that good stuff. So we'll take her up there, probably just figure out that it's going to be congestive heart failure. But really the only way to do that is like with MRI and an x-ray. I'm like, what's the fucking point? What if it is? Put her on diuretics? Like, there's nobody at home all day. They can let her out every fucking 45 minutes because she's on diuretics so she doesn't piss on the floor. We're not going to buy her much time. Is it worth all the effort and all the trouble? But I guess we're still going to go up there and see what's going on.
Do better today and tomorrow than you did yesterday. Do that. Figure out how it works. Do better tomorrow than you did today.
And be good. And be well. But do good and do it well. And don't forget that here at Iron Realm Media, we do love you. And we'll see you back here on Friday morning for more of the IronWorX. Have a great rest of your week. Bye-bye.